The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the next 3 weeks, May 19 to June 6, reveal that Liam Spencer's painful goodbye will loom, while troublemaker Luna Nozowa plots. Carter Walton's bubble will also threaten to burst, so let's go over all the big developments that are coming up. During the week of May 19 to 23, Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan will end the feud between them, since coming together for Liam is what's most important. Liam is going to need all the support he can get after he receives some awful medical updates from Dr. Grace Buckingham. It sounds like Liam will find his tumor is getting larger at a rapid rate. After Daphne Rose makes her move with Carter, he may hook up with her and regret it in the aftermath. Hope will eventually pitch the idea of a reunion and assure Carter of her love. Once Hope fills Carter in on her return to Forrester, and perhaps explains Liam's terminal condition, he'll realize he was missing some major puzzle pieces. At Forrester Creations, Ridge Forrester will put Steffy through a grilling session following her decision to bring Hope back to the company. Look for Katie Logan to give Ridge some words of wisdom regarding his romantic future as well. Meanwhile, Daphne might be tempted to leave town after getting jilted by Carter, but Electra Forrester, Will Spencer, and Zendy Forrester Dominguez will think she should stick around to kick off a new line. Other B&B spoilers say Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan will have a heated confrontation. That'll give Brooke and Taylor a chance to rehash what went down at the fashion show, but they'll mostly just bicker about Ridge as usual. Although Brooke will sulk over Ridge, choosing Taylor over her, she'll snap out of her bad mood thanks to Hope's string of shockers. Hope's Forrester comeback and decision to get back together with Carter will certainly delight Brooke. Since Brooke will have questions about what prompted these huge life changes, will Hope admit Liam is dying? Hope could use her mom to lean on right now, so she may tell Brooke the horrible truth. The week of May 26 to 30 will bring the harsh reality of Liam's growing brain tumor. Without any real treatment plans available, Liam can't run from his fate. Liam may want to get his ducks in a row when it comes to his funeral arrangements and any adjustments to his will. It'll be heartbreaking for Steffy and Hope if Liam comes to them with some last requests. As for Carter, he may end up nervous over whether Daphne's going to keep quiet about their passionate encounter. Hope and Carter were technically on a break, but she still wouldn't like it if she knew he hooked up with Daphne immediately before their reunion. Sheila Sharp may also have a crisis or two on her hands thanks to Luna's growing disdain for Steffy. Luna is a schemer at heart and will no doubt have a few tricks up her sleeve. Between that and the secret Sheila's keeping from Deacon Sharp about her bond with Luna, there's bound to be trouble eventually. During the week of June 2 to 6, Liam may practically be knocking on death's door. This storyline seems to be moving quickly, so Liam's symptoms will no doubt take even more of a toll. Although plenty of viewers are hoping for some last-minute save, there are good reasons to think B&B is really going through with a fatal exit this time. Liam seems to be a goner, so it's best to be prepared for that outcome. As this story progresses, Liam will have to find a way to say a difficult goodbye to Hope, Steffy, Beth Spencer, and Kelly Spencer. Back with Luna, she might be able to capitalize on an opportunity. If Will finds out what's going on with Liam, Luna might worm her way into comforting him, maybe even in bed if Will's feeling vulnerable enough. Whatever the case, the bold and the beautiful spoilers say the next 3 weeks will bring some jaw-dropping moments, so stay tuned for all the startling news to come. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke has some shocking news for Ridge, and Liam may just have a chance at survival after all. With Liam dying, Hope and Steffy's reconciliation may make sense for them, but for everyone else who hasn't yet heard the news, it's sure to be a shock. And that's especially true when Bert tells a shocked Ridge that Hope got rehired. Granted, Steffy made clear that they aren't bringing back Hope for the future just yet, but we're sure Ridge has more than a few thoughts about his daughter's sudden shift. Daphne, meanwhile, is about to shock Steffy with the news that she's heading back to Paris. And honestly, she's shocking us too, since Carter's finally come to the conclusion that Hope wants Liam and not him. But that all may change when Carter has it out with Hope and she realizes that he saw her and Liam together. "I overheard everything you said to him," Carter tells her. Well, maybe not everything, because he doesn't know why Liam was pushing Hope to reconcile with him. Nor does he know that he may actually have a chance, since Liam's a goner, or is he? While Finn just told Liam that there's been no change in the scans, the doc still insists he can't give up on Hope. And that's where Grace comes in. "Did you find a way to save me?" Liam asks Dr. Buckingham. She may have, but if so, she warns Liam that it could have a serious impact on your quality of life. Check out the bold and beautiful spoilers to find out who else Brooke gets into it with, and how Liam reacts to Grace's news. At Brooke's place, Hope is looking at photos of her and Liam and Beth when Steffi arrives. "I've come to check on you," she says. Hope recaps that if not for Steffi, she'd never have found out about Liam's condition. Steffi's sure he'd have told her eventually. Hope's thankful she came and told her the truth. Steffi says it was the right thing to do. They talk about how much their daughters will miss him. There's no replacing Liam. He'll leave such a void. Steffi tells Hope they have to come together. Hope would like that. Steffi admits she was really mad at her before. She knows she felt the exact same way. But she thinks about her a lot. She knows she's struggling, just like her. They're sharing the same experience. Hope remarks on how much time they've wasted being at odds. Steffi says Liam wants them to get along. So why don't we take the first step? Come back to Forrester Creations. Hope tells her this means more to her than she knows. Steffi clarifies that she's not in the right place to bring back her line yet. Hope understands. She admits to her role in the coup. It was ill-gotten gains. Steffi's sorry she felt she had to do it. They need each other now and agree to no more fighting. With tears, they embrace. Hope says, "So, besides Taylor and Finn, we're the only ones who know what's coming?" Steffi nods. Everyone will be devastated, and they don't even know when it will happen. They talk about the girls spending time with their dad. Steffi keeps hoping for good news of any kind. Hope says they'll have to keep praying for a miracle. In Finn's office, he tells Liam the neuro team wants to do more tests and scans. Liam tells him Hope's aware of his diagnosis right now. Steffi ran straight to her. Finn hopes he's not too upset about it. Liam says he's not. He was touched to see how much she cares. He mentions that he told Hope to focus on a future with Carter. Finn thinks this is very noble of him. Liam admits he's worrying about everyone. Finn isn't surprised, but he has to focus on his own needs and pour his strength and energy into himself. Liam squints. "Why are you saying that? Is there a chance I'll make it?" Finn says it wouldn't be right to give him false hope. Nevertheless, this feels different to Liam. If there's even 0.5% chance, it's not nothing. Finn urges him to continue with the scans to see if there's been any change. Liam says, "I want to be here. I want to live. Most of all for Kelly and Beth." Liam looks in the mirror and complains that he looks like he's aged as he and Finn go over his symptoms. Finn tells him, "Let's get you to neurology and get that scan." At Carter's loft, Daphne can see his pain. She was afraid Hope would hurt him. She asks what's got him so upset. Carter stammers that he doesn't understand. Finally, he says, "You were right. The man Hope wants is Liam." He tells Daphne that Hope told Liam that her future is with him and Beth. Daphne hugs him. "Carter, I'm so sorry." Bringing Carter a whiskey, Daphne says finding out about this must have hurt. She asks what he said to Hope. Carter admits he didn't talk to her, he just overheard her and Liam. He finds it strange because Liam was pushing for her to reconcile with him. Hope was the one who wanted Liam. It's embarrassing that he could be so naive. He has to accept that he's not the man for Hope. He downs his scotch. Daphne doesn't want to sit there and bash Hope all night. Carter sighs that he should have listened to her. Now he knows where Hope stands. He has no choice but to move on. Any future he had with Hope is now gone. Part of him wants to blame her, but he's the one who must be doing something wrong. He wants a wife and kids. I guess it's not for me. He thought he could have that with Hope, but it's clear she has her family with Liam. Carter muses that it's getting late. Daphne must need to head out. There's nowhere she'd rather be than there supporting him. He assures her he'll be all right. Daphne says love shouldn't be this complicated. If it is, it's not meant to be. He and Hope aren't meant to be. Daphne urges Carter to open himself up to happier, more fulfilling days. She kisses his cheek and he studies her. At Finn's office, Liam peppers him with questions as he anxiously awaits his scan results. Finn promises he'll let him know as soon as they call him. He realizes that waiting sucks. Liam is trying to lower his expectations and tamp down his optimism. Although, I don't know, I could really use something to have some faith in. He asks Finn to make him a promise. Can you promise me that you will do everything in your power to bring Steffi and Hope together if and when I'm gone? Before Finn can answer, the scan results come in. He sighs, I'm sorry, Liam, there's been no change. Finn's voice fades as reality sets in for Liam. I've got to say goodbye to my kids. At Brooke's place, Hope and Steffi vowed to make every day count. Steffi cries that she can't think about it. She can't think about Liam being gone and unable to hold their daughters. Hope says they can help him by putting the strife behind them. Steffi nods. What better way to honor Liam than to love each other? Hope gasps, we can do this, Steffi. As they hug, Steffi replies, we have to, for Liam. The bold and the beautiful fans are finding this current storyline to be torture. That's because they either want to see Liam Spencer die or find a miracle cure for his brain cancer. Apparently, a lot of people are tired of the fact that those people who know about Liam and his health crisis are doing nothing more than crying about it each and every episode. There are a lot of highly emotional scenes which are forcing the actors to cry every day, but for viewers of the show, they are saying enough is enough. It goes without saying that many of the bold and the beautiful fans have had a lot to say about where this storyline is going. Some have even commented with, if there is going to be a miracle cure for Liam, get it. Now, if he is going to die because Scott has another gig somewhere, bye-bye. But this is beyond enough with the drastically upside-down eyebrows and tearful hugs and all the rest of it. Torture. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that a lot of fans seem to agree about this one thing. The producers have definitely dropped the ball when it came to Jack. At first, it was speculated that he might have been Luna's biological father. But it seemed like that idea got tossed into the garbage bin pretty quickly. And even though it's been established that Finn is the father, a lot of fans think that Jack should come back and at least hear the truth about Luna, right? As our readers can imagine, the internet had a lot to say about the matter. Some even commented with, Jack should have been Luna's father. It baffles me why they didn't go with the classic trope of a woman sleeping with her sister's husband and getting pregnant. Instead, they chose to portray incest and grooming with this Finn/Poppy tryst. Another critic wrote, I was really hoping that there would be more of a storyline with Jack's most recent and brief return. Missed opportunity for the show. I don't get why the show is not invested in Ted King. He is one of the best actors currently on this show, and they wasted him for years. And then there was this comment as well. They don't care about using Jack, even though Ted King is amazing. At one point I thought he would reunite with Lai if they didn't try something with Bill and Lai, but nope. Jack, like Lai and even Luna, are nothing more than props for Finn. Now, whether or not fans will get to see Jack on the canvas anytime soon remains to be seen. Not only that, but it will be interesting to see if he will ever find out the real truth about Luna. Watch this space. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. Also, let us know what you think of this story by leaving us a line in our comments section below. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B and B right now. Come back here often for the bold and the beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Steffy Forrester will completely baffle Ridge Forrester when she decides to bury the hatchet with Hope Logan. Will Steffy go as far as to reboot Hope for the future and rehire Hope after Liam Spencer's talk with John Finnegan? When the Forresters got control of Forrester Creations back, the first thing Steffy did was boot Hope. However, now Steffy has made up with Hope because of their daughters. Steffy isn't at liberty to tell anyone, but that hasn't stopped her from telling Hope and Taylor Hayes that Liam is dying. Steffy has promised Hope that they will get through this as a family. Steffy realized that having the clothing line back will hope to stay occupied through this difficult time. Hope also is determined to be there for Liam, something that Steffy cannot do all by herself. However, Ridge doesn't understand this change of her one bit. Hope has been told several times that she needs to apologize to Ridge after she and Carter Walton. Spoilers suggest that Hope will apologize to Ridge and she may even talk to Carter at this time. Will Hope tell Carter what is going on and ask him to wait for her? Has Carter already slept with Daphne Rose before Hope can explain? Ridge felt as though Hope was using Carter all of this time. Now Hope and Steffy are back on speaking terms and he is stunned. Steffy and Hope have come together as family, leaving Ridge completely confused. How long will this newfound truce last between Hope and Steffy? Will it continue after Liam is gone? Liam wants his girls to be able to grow up together, even if he isn't around. Liam has made Finn agree to help broker a truce between Steffy and Hope. Steffy is willing to try this fight now. However, fans know that Steffy can turn on a dime if she believes Hope says something out of the way to Finn. Of course, Hope isn't currently concerned with him. Will Steffy rehire Hope and agree to work together at Forrester? Can Steffy and Hope stick together for their kids through this difficult time? How long will this surprising truce last before one of them blows it up again? What will happen to Liam in the end? Will he survive, or will reuniting Hope and Steffy be Liam's last great act? The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates teased John Finnegan was shocked, discovering Steffy Forrester defied Liam Spencer's wishes on the CBS soap. This recent action further upset Liam, who had been clear about his desire for her to keep his terminal condition a secret. Despite her actions, when Finn confronted his wife, he was far from pleased with her response. This week on B&B, Steffy provides Finn with ample reason to question her motives. However, she wasn't finished sharing the news, as Taylor Hayes soon heard it from Steffy as well. Finn, for his part, goes along with Steffy, seemingly agreeing that she made the right choice. But is that truly how he feels? This week, Steffy was in full control mode, as she broke the devastating news to Hope Logan about Liam's impending death. Hope assured Steffy that she wouldn't reveal to Liam that she was aware of his terrible secret. Yet that lasted only a few moments after Hope invited Liam back to her home. Hope was overwhelmed with her feelings, and Liam immediately noticed. He then inquired if Steffy had shared anything with her, to which Hope did not refute. Liam felt hurt that Steffy had gone back on her word. However, Hope defended Steffy, asserting that she deserved to be informed. Still, Liam appeared troubled by the sense of betrayal. Steffy's failure to keep her promise not only disturbed Liam, but also seemed to irritate Finn. Steffy remained firm in her belief that Hope had the right to be informed. While many fans supported her stance, a significant number felt it was Liam's responsibility to disclose the information to Hope when he felt ready, a sentiment echoed by Finn. After delivering the devastating news to Hope, Steffy returned home to find Luna Nozawa with Finn. Although Finn was managing the situation, Steffy quickly took charge. She reiterated to Luna what Finn had just said, that Luna was not welcome and would never have a relationship with Finn. Steffy once again asserted herself, just as she had done with Liam when she revealed his secret to Hope. Now, the pressure of not having a relationship with his troubled daughter, Luna, was weighing heavily on Finn. When Steffi returned home and informed Finn that she had disclosed Liam's dire situation to Hope, it seemed to Finn like yet another instance of Steffi exerting control without regard for Liam's feelings. Steffi tells Finn to avoid contact with his mother and daughter without considering his feelings. Her attitude feels more like a command than a discussion. Fans understand she has reasons for her actions, such as protecting Finn from his family and informing Hope. However, it seems like she is taking control of Finn's life, similar to how Liam is currently losing influence over his own situation. With Luna appearing in Finn's life, things are far from settled. Will Finn eventually see things from Steffi's perspective? Her desire to control affects the decisions of those around her, just as it did with Hope at Forrester Creations. Hope ignored Steffi's advice to avoid Finn, or at least Steffi believed she did. This anger continued into the takeover, giving Steffi a valid reason to fire Hope. Steffi tried hard to make Hope's life difficult, even with her relationship with Thomas Forrester. She did everything she could to keep her brother away from Hope. Finn noticed all of this from the moment he became Steffi's boyfriend. But now that Steffi has ignored Liam's feelings and acted behind his back, Finn might finally understand the situation. This could be the moment for Finn to stand up to Steffi about how he wants things to be, rather than just accepting her decisions on the CBS soap. The bold and the beautiful fans still have a reason to be upset over what's been going on with Taylor Hayes. That's because there have been so many recasts that fans just can't keep up with it anymore. Not only that, but they also think that the current Taylor, Rebecca Budig, has been totally miscast. And not only that, they are also upset that Krista Allen was let go from the role, as she seemed to be a suitable replacement for actress Hunter Tylo, who was the original Taylor. As our readers can imagine, the internet certainly did have a lot to say about the matter. Some have even commented with, Krista basically said that after she got nominated for her Emmy, she was blindsided when they didn't renew her contract. Then later, they asked her to be recurring, and she said no. The show was vague about what happened, just saying they offered her recurring, whereas she was specific, so I'm inclined to believe her. Not to mention, Rena basically said the same thing. Another fan of the show wrote, I think everyone liked Kia and she was very good as Taylor. I get the feeling that Belle was worried that she was too good, that it would make the Brooke character seem like the bad guy. He is obsessed with the Brooke character and she always wins. It would be difficult with a Taylor that everyone likes and can make the character seem like a strong woman. And then there was this comment as well. Kay was a good replacement for HT. They both play a mix of vulnerability and strength in the part. I enjoy Rebecca Budig as an actress, but either the writing or the character doesn't fit with her looks. I enjoy her as a stronger, active character. Now, whether or not Rebecca Budig will remain on the show as Taylor remains to be seen. But as far as Krista Allen is concerned, she has never made any comments as to why she was let go from the soap. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. Also, let us know what you think of this story by leaving us a line in our comments section below. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks are here. From May 19 to 30, 2025, fans can expect Hope Logan to drop a bombshell on Carter Walton. Daphne Rose's career takes a new direction. Plus, Katie Logan gives sound advice to Ridge Forrester. Keep reading and let's talk about what's coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's start off with Hope, who told Liam Spencer that they should be together. Carter overheard and obviously came to the wrong conclusion. That is where Daphne will find an opening to Carter's heart. While Daphne might find an opening, Hope could swoop in and reclaim her man. As the week begins, Hope goes to Carter. The COO will probably be pretty upset and tell Hope that he overheard her conversation with Liam. Hope might be forced to tell Carter that Liam is dying. That could lead to Hayter reuniting, but it could also put Carter in a love triangle. As for Daphne, she will get a career redirection. Right now, Daphne is designing perfumes. Zendi Forrester Dominguez, Will Spencer, and Electra Forrester will push Daphne to start a new line. So this could have Daphne stay on the canvas whether she gets Carter or not. Fans will also see Steffi Forrester Finnegan make amends. That sounds like Hope is asked to come back to Forrester Creations. However, Steffi's reasoning makes Ridge Forrester suspicious. Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan have a heated confrontation. Meanwhile, Katie gives some wise advice to Ridge about his romantic situation. Over with Liam, he gets some disappointing news from Grace Buckingham. During the week of May 26, Liam's symptoms will likely get worse. Liam already admitted that his dizzy spells are happening a few times a day, so Liam might have to face that his end could come much sooner than he realizes. Luna Nozawa will remain furious with Steffi for blocking her relationship with John Finnegan. While Sheila Carter Sharp promised to do anything for her granddaughter, she could regret making that vow. Not only is Luna slated to go back to her old ways, but Deacon Sharp will explode when he learns about Sheila's secret. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. May 19 to 23 will be filled with many shocking news on The Bold and the Beautiful. This week's video preview has Liam receiving an update about his diagnosis, while one character makes a decision about their relationship. Here's a sneak peek at what's ahead. Steffi and Hope's peaceful truce over Liam continues to grow. Steffi extends an olive branch to Hope by rehiring her at Forrester Creations. Hope accepts and this week starts back to work, much to her mother Brooke's delight. However, not everyone is thrilled. Ridge still hasn't forgiven Hope for her role in the SC coup. So when he learns Steffi rehired Hope, he's going to question his daughter's decision. Daphne has been an asset to SC thanks to her perfumes. While her career is going smoothly, the same can't be said about her love life. Daphne has fallen in love with Carter, yet he has reciprocated her feelings. With her romance with Carter going no way, Daphne makes a big decision. She tells Steffi that she's going back to Paris, but Steffi pleads with Daphne to reconsider. There's only one person who can change Daphne's mind, but will Carter stop her in time? Speaking of Carter, he receives a visit from his ex-girlfriend, Hope. She takes Liam's advice and tries to repair her relationship with Carter. However, it might be too little too late. Carter reveals that he overheard her conversation with Liam. Will Hope convince Carter it was a misunderstanding, or is this officially the end of Cope? Meanwhile, Liam is with Steffi and Finn in his office when Grace arrives. Dr. Buckingham seems to have found a treatment that could save him. Liam and Steffi are stunned by the announcement, but Grace reveals there could be complications. It could have serious impact on your quality of life, she tells him. Although it'll save his life, Liam has to think long and hard about deciding about the treatment. Steffi had a change of heart. Despite their complicated past, she wanted to make amends with Hope. Steffi offered Hope the opportunity to work again at Forrester Creations. This change will likely shake up Carter and Daphne's relationship, as well as other relationship dynamics on The Bold and the Beautiful. Liam's medical crisis helped Steffi see life differently. She realized she no longer wanted to be on bad terms with Hope. The enemies put their differences aside for their children. They agreed that it's not worth wasting time on petty BS. Steffi offered Hope her old position at Forrester Creations. Hope is grateful to be given another chance. She wants to put the past behind them and prove she's a changed person. But this will put a wrench in Daphne's plans at Forrester. She wants to be the only woman who turns Carter's head. Daphne's been dying to get him into bed, even though he wants something more. This latest shakeup will definitely impact relationships. First, it could change the dynamics in the office. Ridge will question Steffi's swift decision. He has no idea what his daughter is thinking these days. She fired Hope the last time without consulting him. Meanwhile, Hope is likely to continue to spiral. She has a lot on her plate these days. Her head is reeling after Liam rejected her. Meanwhile, she's not sure whether to trust Carter. Seeing him with Daphne is enough to make her want to get revenge. This could also impact Steffi's friendship with Daphne. The two are best friends. Steffi enlisted Daphne to help her break up Carter and Hope. Daphne will wonder where her friendship with Steffi stands, and if she even has a future with Forrester Creations. We're excited to see what happens next. Shocking news was in store for Hope and Liam on the Monday, May 19 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. We also didn't anticipate this. Meanwhile, Daphne consoled Carter's broken heart. You should check out what else is happening in Los Angeles. That's what Carter wondered on Monday's episode. He couldn't believe what he had just heard. Hope offered Liam her heart. Carter thought they were a sure thing. They discussed the idea of getting back together. How could she do this to him? Daphne found herself in the right place at the right time. She followed Carter back to his place and consoled his broken heart. This played right into her hands. She could finally convince Carter that she's the one he should be with. But does she really want him? Carter wants a woman with whom he could have a future. He confessed that he wants marriage and kids. Daphne is the most successful woman in Paris. She's not the type to slow down and fall in love. Yet she's head over heels in love with Carter. Can she provide him with everything he needs, or will he convince himself that he's meant to be with Hope? There's good news and bad news for Hope and Liam today. The exes found themselves at opposite ends of the drama. Hope got a surprise visit from Steffi. The two finally made amends for the sake of Liam. Then, in a shocking twist, Steffi offered Hope her former position at Forrester Creations. Hope was grateful and wanted to put the SC shakeup behind them. Steffi won't forget what Hope did, but she was willing to move forward. Hope and Steffi agreed to make amends on The Bold and the Beautiful. They're setting their past drama and differences aside for the sake of Liam, who's dying. But this reconciliation is unlikely to last long, knowing these two ladies. Liam's grim prognosis has everyone in Los Angeles seeing life differently. According to the B and B must-watch moments for May 19 to 23, Steffi and Hope will make amends. They'll realize how fleeting time are, and they don't want to waste any more of it. There is no point in bickering over the little things. The two will remain on good terms for the sake of their daughters. Steffi and Hope want to end the drama, which has caused their families so much pain and heartbreak. The drama involving Forrester Creations was the tipping point. Steffi fired Hope after she seemingly caught her hitting on her husband, but Hope was trying to put the moves on Carter. Things got worse when Hope and Carter coupled up to steal the company away from the Forresters. Now that Steffi has the company back, she wants to move on from their complicated past. This bond is unlikely to last. Steffi and Hope were meant to be archenemies. Their relationship could change once Steffi finds out that Hope wants to reconnect with Liam. This could bring up complicated feelings for Steffi, who might not realize she still has feelings for Liam. She could have buried them for the sake of her marriage. They'll find themselves back triangle that ignited their decades-long rift. What are your thoughts on Steffi and Hope's reconciliation? Do you think it will last, or do you think Liam will find a way to come between them? Let us know in the comments section. The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Monday, May 19 saw Liam clinging onto Hope, Steffi and Hope making amends to each other, and Daphne Rose comforting Carter. Steffi paid Hope a visit to check in on her, and to bury the hatchet, Steffi apologized for her part in their fallout. They went out of their way to hurt each other, but that has to stop. They need to be there for each other, their girls, and their families. Steffi even extended the ultimate olive branch. Steffi invited Hope to come back to Forrester Creations. Hope was blindsided. but in the best way. Yes, she'd love to come back. Steffi did remind her that not all was forgiven, and she wasn't about to promise to give her back hope for the future, but she'd at least be back in the office. Hope understood and deeply apologized for the coup and expressed her regret. With that, the women hugged it out. At the same time, Finn had news for Liam. The medical team wanted to run even more tests. With that news out of the way, Liam talked about Hope being in the know and how he's trying to push her to be with Carter. He also opened up about how much he's worrying about everyone and trying to get all his ducks in order. Finn urged him to concentrate on himself. He needed all the strength he can get right now. Hearing Finn say that gave Liam a moment of pause. New tests? Orders to take a step back and rest. Liam had to wonder if there was hope after all. Not really sorry. Finn was reluctant to make any promises or give him any false hope. Liam, however, wasn't about to give up. If there was even a minute chance he'll still be here next year, he would take any chance and move any mountain. Then, the guys sat waiting for Liam's newest test results. Unfortunately, the email came in, and it was terrible news. There was no change. Poor Liam was hit hard and realized he soon would be saying goodbye to his kids. The bold and the beautiful must-watch moments for Tuesday, May 20, include Ridge being confused by Steffi's sudden turnaround where Hope is concerned. Plus, Hope gives Carter some important news. It promises to be a day filled to the brim with drama, and you won't want to miss a second of the show. Tune in to CBS or Paramount Plus to watch. Steffi and Hope were sworn enemies. However, in the wake of Liam's diagnosis, the two women seem to have decided that life is too short to remain enemies. They've united in their desire to help Liam as he's figuring out how to handle his inoperable brain tumor. A while back, Hope and Carter were together. In addition to their romantic relationship, they took Forrester Creations away from the Forresters after Steffi decided to get rid of Hope for the future.